the LA Sparks ownership just made a move to potentially bring in Caitlin Clark, White Indiana Fever, Kelly Crosskoff, Amber Cox, Lynn Dunn. Count your days. The GOAT is gonna get the hell away from you very, very soon.
Caitlin Clark has become the biggest attraction in the history of women's professional basketball. During the 2026 season, she averaged 21.2 points per game, while continuing to elevate the sport's popularity. Since entering the WNBA, television ratings have reached record-breaking levels, and the Indiana Fever have transformed from a forgotten franchise into the league's biggest headline. If you're enjoying this content, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Nearly 92% of viewers still haven't subscribed, even though it's completely free and only takes a second. If you've already joined us, thank you for the incredible support. Now, let's get back to today's story.
And we've already been informed she is on minutes restriction yet again. She will be playing 20 to 25 minutes yet again. Stephanie White is going to fuck with her.
Many fans believe the bigger issue is that Indiana still hasn't fully built its system around Caitlin Clark. Critics argue she isn't receiving the support a player of her caliber deserves, often pointing to questionable substitutions and an offensive system that doesn't maximize her strength. Meanwhile, reports continue linking the Los Angeles Sparks to Clark as the organization builds a stronger foundation under new ownership. With major investments already being made, many believe Los Angeles is positioning itself for a future centered around a true franchise superstar.
Stephanie White is keeping it her big plan to keep Caitlin Clark on these minute restrictions. Now, we know before last game, Aaliyah Boston did not play. Aaliyah Boston came into this game versus the Phoenix Mercury, played 38 damn minutes. She did not play 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, pull her out, completely killed her rhythm. Whatever the case is, it's clear to me, and it should be clear to you, that Stephanie White has a clear agenda against Caitlin Clark. She do not want to let her get in the rhythm. She do not want her to be herself.
Questions surrounding Stephanie White's management of Caitlin Clark continue to grow, especially regarding her playing time and minute restrictions. While teammates have logged heavy workloads, Clark has frequently been taken out during key stretches, disrupting her rhythm and frustrating many supporters. Some fans believe those decisions prevent her from playing her natural game, while others simply want more consistency from the coaching staff. Whether intentional or not, the situation has fueled speculation that Clark isn't being fully utilized. As those conversations continue, the Sparks remain quietly watching, preparing, and building for whatever opportunities the future may bring.
Being laid. I don't know. I tried to tell you guys, okay? I tried to tell y'all Michael Thompson, Laker legend, wasn't just saying things just to be saying things. He has intel on what the hell is going on in LA, and especially with this new ownership group, who is the same ownership group that have made big moves for the Lakers. They're looking to make a major splash with
To understand why so many people are discussing this situation, you have to look at what the Los Angeles Sparks have become over the past year. This is no longer the struggling franchise many fans remember. A new ownership group has completely changed the direction of the organization. Led by billionaire Mark Walter, the Sparks now have the financial power and long-term vision to compete at the highest level. Walter also owns the Dodgers and holds major investments through Guggenheim Partners. He has built successful sports organizations before, and now many believe the Sparks are preparing for another championship era with a clear plan for the future.
Right now, if you don't think the LA Sparks got something cooking, you're damn crazy. You're crazy. And if you ain't following the news, you better get to connecting the dots.
Magic Johnson is also part of the Sparks ownership group, bringing decades of championship experience and leadership to the organization. Together with Mark Walter, the goal is not simply to field a competitive team, but to build the league's next powerhouse. Their vision extends beyond winning games because they want the Sparks to become the biggest story in women's basketball. With growing resources, experienced leadership, and a bold long-term strategy, many fans believe Los Angeles is positioning itself to attract the sport's brightest stars, including players capable of transforming an entire franchise.
1-1-2, right? Like, she is unique in when the ball crosses half court, it's in the scoring zone. We have our hands full. You can't lose sight of her for a half a second. So we'll mix up what we're doing with her, mix up who's guarding her, but I don't think it matters that she hasn't played here since 24. She is who she is, and you know, as much as her scoring, shooting is a threat, her passing is even more dangerous. So we've got to be locked in, and it's not just whoever's guarding her, it's got to be all 5 people locked in, head on a swivel, because she's an unbelievable.
Lynn Roberts was selected to lead the basketball operations because of her proven ability to build winning programs. During 9 successful seasons at Utah, she transformed the team into a consistent NCAA tournament contender through strong player development and disciplined coaching. She is not learning on the job or experimenting with different systems. Roberts has a clear vision and a reputation for creating competitive teams. Since arriving in Los Angeles, she has focused on building a roster that fits her style and gives the Sparks a realistic path toward long-term success.
Be making a run towards Caitlin Clark. Now, with that being said, last week we seen them sign none other than Kate Martin, one of Caitlin Clark, close friends from Iowa. We've been seeing Caitlin Clark subliminally pull up with her CC1s in the LA Sparks colorway. Now, with that being said, if you mean to tell me that if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. And that's exactly what the LA Sparks is doing.
The Sparks signed Kate Martin, Caitlin Clark's former Iowa teammate, during the 2026 season. Her arrival gives Los Angeles a player who already understands Clark's fast-paced style. Combined with stars like Kelsey Plum, the roster appears built for an elite playmaker. Many fans believe the Sparks are quietly preparing for something much bigger.
The beginning of the groundwork. One, Caitlin Clark has a wonderful, wonderful relationship with Cameron Brink that stems back to their Team USA days as high schoolers. Okay, that's one. Two, they brought in Caitlin Clark's best friend in the world. You are my best friend in the whole wide world. Kate Martin in the whole wide world. They brought in Kate Buddy Martin from Iowa, okay? Now, they have decided to part ways with the GM, and they are going to be looking to make.
Caitlin Clark is averaging over 21 points per game while continuing to break television viewership records. She remains the biggest attraction in the WNBA and one of basketball's brightest stars. Her impact goes far beyond statistics, drawing millions of viewers every week. That success has intensified questions about Indiana's long-term direction.
Just following up on Caitlin from earlier, she didn't practice yesterday. Why was she not listed on the injury report, or why wasn't the injury report updated like earlier today if she woke up with soreness in her back?
Well, not everybody that doesn't practice or gets a pro day is on the injury report, so that happens all the time. And she wasn't listed on the injury report earlier because we expected her to play.
And is she injured? I guess is a fair question. Is she injured, or is it something other than an injury?
Her back is sore, so if there's anything more detailed than that, that's the training staff.
Do you think the Fever could get fined for not listing her as
No.
on the injury report?
A nationally televised game against Portland sparked one of the season's biggest debates. Clark was pulled early before cameras captured a tense exchange with Coach Stephanie White. Although both denied any issue afterward, fans continued discussing the moment for days. The incident added even more attention to Indiana's coaching decision.
So when my neighbor comes up to me and tells me that he's so frustrated he's yelling at the TV because he wants Caitlin to shoot more, and you see social media, of course you do, and we all do, and we see frustration if Caitlin doesn't have the ball, or if something goes wrong, or if the team doesn't play well in the fourth quarter, all those things that happen in sports. What's your answer to those fans? I don't know that I really have an answer for the fans. I think, I have to answer to our team, and our franchise. And we're trying to win ball games. We're not trying to appease the masses.
Many supporters believe Indiana should fully build its offense around Caitlin Clark's unique talents. She drives ratings, ticket sales, merchandise, and national attention like no other player. Meanwhile, Los Angeles appears committed to creating a system centered around a superstar guard. That contrast continues fueling speculation about Clark's future.
Caitlin to the ground, and that's a hand to the neck, and then Alyssa Thomas steps over.
Man, this is so disgusting, bro. Like, this is why AT get the type of commentary that she gets. Look, that was unnecessary, bro. She literally...
Questions surrounding player protection continued after another physical game involving Caitlin Clark. Several controversial moments left fans criticizing the officiating and calling for greater accountability. The debate quickly spread across sports media and social platforms nationwide. Many supporters believe the league must do more to protect its biggest stars.
Several members of Congress sent a letter this week to Commissioner Engelbert. They said they're concerned about what they called physical hostility and violence toward her. One line particularly particular said, quote, "Concerning reports suggest that many of these attacks against Caitlin Clark may be racially motivated." What's your reaction to that?
I think he made a statement yesterday, so you can find that statement.
No, I understand that. I just mean as a coach, when you hear one of your players is being mentioned in a letter from members of Congress to the commissioner of the league, how do you handle that?
Again, that's not something we can control. We're not affiliated with those groups, and we try to keep the main thing, and focused on the things.
League leadership has faced increasing pressure to respond to concerns about player safety and consistency. Public discussion intensified as critics questioned how several recent incidents were handled. Supporters continue demanding stronger action and greater transparency moving forward. The controversy remains one of the biggest stories surrounding the WNBA.
Questions, and obviously I haven't been available for like a week or so. So, first of all, I know what you guys are going to ask, and I did think it was a flagrant foul, and our reffing just needs to be better, and, it's tough. Obviously, the refs are in a really difficult spot. It's one of the hardest jobs in the world, in my opinion, is to make calls. All you do is get yelled at the whole time by everybody. You're never winning. So I think for us, as the league's just got to do better, protecting our players. In that regard, I don't really think that it was up for debate. Obviously, it wasn't called in real time. You go back and watch the clip. I think it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of been a discussion for like 3 years now, and I think we really need to do a better job protecting.
After returning from injury, Caitlin Clark emphasized the importance of improving player protection. She also urged fans to respect every player despite the ongoing controversy. Meanwhile, many believe other teams are closely watching Indiana's situation unfold. Clark's future will remain a major topic as the league continues to evolve.
She's going to be on a minutes restriction, around 20 to 25, so we'll see what that looks like. But she will be available and able to play still with a minutes restriction.
You expect the same kind of distribution of how you handle those minutes by quarter as last time in LA?
No, because that's 10 more minutes a game than we had the last time. So, I think you can go for longer periods. I think the biggest thing is, when you haven't done anything really for a couple of weeks, it's endurance, right? It's building endurance, it's efficiency, it's getting back in rhythm, getting back with timing and flow and all of those things, and trying to expand the longer periods of time.
For now, Stephanie White continues insisting everything is under control despite growing outside speculation. Meanwhile, Los Angeles keeps building a roster that many believe perfectly fits Caitlin Clark's playing style. Clark has remained professional in every public appearance while avoiding unnecessary controversy. Only time will reveal where her long-term future in the WNBA ultimately leads.